Hey guys, that's SHARDS Legends. Welcome to the video. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you're going through something and you need them out there today, guys. Welcome to the video. Hey, are you gonna summon during any of these two Void Shard events? Honestly, it's a great time to summon your Void Shards because we actually do have a 2x event for Epic and Legendary Champions, while we also have the simultaneous boost on the 10x of Bayak today and Solinar tomorrow, or yesterday for you guys by the time that you're watching this video. I want to be straight up with you guys. I think that Solinar is better. I think they're both really good, but if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely go for Solinar. That's why today is part one in a two-part Void Shard opening, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not going to open all 269 of these Void Shards today. We're going to open about half, maybe a little bit less, because I want to save for Solinar. I think Nuldulet and Solinar are the new power couple of Raid Shadow Legends. And as always, guys, we do have a charitable component for today's video. Who's that running on the beach? Is this Bayek? No, it's Cold Brew Gaming, guys. He actually has a video entitled Help Me, Help You in Raid Shadow Legends, where he's going to be doing some account takeovers and a bunch of account services.
And I'll be training as hard as I can. I've never done a marathon before. If you're somebody who's done a marathon, please help me.
And all the money's going to be going towards his marathon run, I believe in Paris, if I'm not mistaken, where he's raising money for the Movember, which helps for men's health. Obviously checking for men's related cancers, as well as mental health. They do a lot of good work. We've supported them in the past as well. So I'm going to send these donations directly to Cold Brew in his fight to talk about, to give visibility and help to those out there, men who need it on these topics. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do this. It's Void Shard time. Bayak, we'll talk about him once we actually get him. I like these 10x's too. They're not as good as a guaranteed, but I like these 10x's because, well, the Void 10x's, I should say, while on a 2x event is, you know, the Void pool, a champion pool, isn't quite as littered as the non-Voids. Of course, you pay that on the shard cost, right? But hey, this champion and their allies cannot receive critical hits from enemies whose accuracy is equal to or lower than their own accuracy is absolutely busted. It's kind of a mini Zibia's servitude on everybody, provided they have enough accuracy. What an interesting and really powerful champion. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to it. Enough talking. Let's get to pulling, baby. No Harriers. Let's make this a no Harrier video, guys. What do you say? Let me make myself no. Back to back. Oh my god, back to back. I got Krisk and Bayak, and I was hogging the screen. I was about to say make myself a little bit smaller. Holy smokes, I can't believe this, guys. When does this ever happen? Back to back Bayek and Krisk. What? I didn't know this was a +1 legendary event. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. I don't even know what the hell to do with this video. I'm going to open a few more, but we're not going to go overboard. We got them on our first damn pull. Holy smokes. Wow. Creator luck is back, baby. Your boy went on a drought for a while, but I'm back. All right. I think Bayak had some timing right when I said I'm back there. All right, so we got Bayak. This is freaking awesome, guys. I'm not going to lie. He's a defense-based damage dealer. What I want to do, guys, is quickly, I want to give Krisk a little bit of love, and then I'll talk about Bayak. I want to watch it. I want to look at his total stats, too, on the index or whatever. So, Krisk, I think that Krisk is still one of the best PvE champions out there in the game after all these years. Of course, back in the day, he was, you know, on the top of that tier list, that pyramid. AoE decreased speed, defense base, nice and tanky, the buff extension, the ally protection, the continuous heals on himself as well. Goes in there with the provoke on all enemies, the increased speed on all allies, increased defense on himself, decreased defense, and a decreased attack on his passive with the big boy shield at the start of the round. This is one champion's kit, ladies and gentlemen. I remember when I pulled Krisk. It was years and years ago on my account. But I would say at the time, I'd be very hard-pressed to point to any legendary in the game who made such a dynamic, immediate impact on my progression. I would just throw him anywhere into, I think I got him in the very early days of Hydra. Throw him in Hydra immediately, so much better. Throw him in Faction Wars immediately, I can clear all Faction Wars, right? He really is, especially progression, insane. But then beyond progression, he used to be actually usable in the arena. He still is, I guess, usable in lower tiers, certainly not endgame meta, but because of this big shield he would bring, right? Not to mention everything else, he's interesting. But from such a robust provoker, support champion, ally protector, and buff extender to also have increased speed, the debuffs, he just brings such a great assortment, of buffs and debuffs all in one champion. Let me go ahead and take a look at Bayak. We're going to summon a little bit more here, guys. I can't believe my first summons. I almost want to be like, Bill Plarium, can't you help my viewer retention and make me wait a little bit longer? But in this circumstance, I'm totally happy to have those two Legos. $200 to Movember and Cold Brew, and we get to save a lot of shards for tomorrow's event. Now, we also have a champion chase tournament where, holy moly, I am eyeing those mythical mats for relics, of course. Let's take a look at Bayek really quickly here, because we have to talk about this champion. He's really unique. He's really unique, and he's very good. You can see the reviews on him are certainly very good. Again, defense base 1674. That's an elite level of base defense. He does have accuracy in all battles on his aura. He has a leech and a turn meter fill on his A1. On his A2, he has a decreased accuracy, decreased resistance, which is a nice combo there. Harder to place their debuffs on enemies, and also easier to place debuffs on them, right? Provoke on all enemies for 1 turn. If they're under 3 or more debuffs, you get a 2-turn provoke on a 3-turn cooldown. Fantastic, especially areas, again, like Hydra Clan Boss. Prayer for the Medjay. I'm assuming that means something to you Assassin's Creed fans.
Oh, is that a feather? Oh, now he's dead. Now he is really dead. Oh. When I'm just sitting here thinking of all the badass ways to take out some evil bastard, I'm thinking feather. That's probably the coolest one.
We have a 4-turn cooldown when booked. This is an extra turn ability, okay? Increased accuracy on all allies, which does parlay nicely with his passive. Also, Perfect Veil and an increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. Increased defense on this champion for 3 turns, which is good because he strips a turn away right away with that extra turn. Increased accuracy, Perfect Veil, increased defense. Really, really powerful on an extra turn move as well, which allows him to get back to the Desert Zephyr even faster, okay? Passive number 1, we already know it. This one, again, I'm starting to see him in the arena, and he can be very annoying, especially if Suez Pride teams are also combined with Total Guard teams and Zibia's Servitude teams and all the survivability that is in Raid right now. I have a whole video coming out where I really do, this is not that bold of a prediction, but I think people are going to be actually really irritated and mad about how strong Total Guard and Mercurial Gear is, especially as more, like, I think another month or two, it's going to be kind of an outcry. It's my prediction there. It's so busted already. And then he has the Everything is Permitted Assassin's Creed or Assassin's specific passive there. You put it all together, it's not that complex of a kit, but it's beautifully designed with the extra turn. The increased defense gets more damage out of him as well. But really, the Suez Pride, to me, makes him so incredibly powerful and unique. All right, guys, I can't believe I'm going to keep pulling, you know, maybe 20 more. And then we'll just end it because tomorrow's going to be a big freaking video, guys. We'll have over 200 Void Shards in tomorrow's video. I'm sure there'll be plenty of... No Harriers. Let's make this a no Harrier video, guys. What do you say? I thought we were going to have a great video, and we were off to a great start. Ah! Get out of my video, damn it. All right. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to be a perfect video. Almost there. Oh! Arbiter, welcome to the squad. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Arbiter is not the legendary that you want to see coming out of a Void Shard. But that's $300 right there. Guys, listen. I'd be foolish to continue going at this point. I've got 3 legendaries in, 30 polls? I'm done. Krisk, Arbiter, and Bayak. Welcome to the account, guys. Wishing you nothing but success and luck. If you do go ahead and make any polls, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I mentioned it a few times before now, but I am traveling in real life right now, hence the back-to-back shard openings. Honestly, if I had to choose between the two and I wasn't traveling, I didn't need content, I probably just would have went with Solinar. So let's hope I'm as lucky tomorrow with these 239 Void Shards as I was today. In today's video, gosh, I think I spent $100 on the 30 or so shards that we pulled. So at the end of the day, I feel like we made out pretty well. There's a donation on the screen right now. Thanks for watching. Much love. And as always, take care, guys.